Hello and welcome to our Business Builders webinar series. And today we're joined by Avyay Chaganty. He is the co-founder of ACCL Marketing, a creative marketing agency focused on helping small and medium-sized businesses exceed their goals through the art of digital storytelling. So I hope we're going to be telling some stories today, Avyay. And just a little housekeeping before we start. We have everyone on mute. You can put your questions in chat, or actually there is a place to put questions. I'll keep my eye on both. If it's a question that's pertinent to what Avyay is talking about at the moment, I'll interrupt him. And if not, we'll hold off and have all our questions answered at the end of the presentation. The presentation is being recorded and you'll all be provided with the recording afterwards, all right? So without further ado, I'm turning it over to you, Avyay.
Awesome, thank you for the kind introduction. Yes, so welcome everybody. Like Nancy mentioned, my name is Avyay Chaganty, one of the co-owners of ACCL. And today during our webinar series, we'll be talking about some cost-effective ways to best capture your business with video marketing. So just to get started here, we have a quick agenda. So today during our meeting, we'll be talking about a little bit about me, getting into deeper details about why video marketing is a useful tool for businesses today. And then I have some rules that I'd like to talk about just when creating your own video for short form content. If you do choose to go that route, this is a good presentation for you to really get some good video that you can use for your business on your own. So we'll start by talking about conversation starters, looking into storyboarding, some tools of the trade, things you need to keep in mind for filming day, and as well as wrapping it up with some editing information, and then finishing off with a recap. We'll jump right in today. So a little bit about me. Again, as I mentioned, I'm one of the co-founders of ACCL Marketing. We're a creative marketing firm that creates homegrown strategies to help businesses find their next brand champion. So basically our job is to provide different tools on the digital and print materials side of marketing so that brands can engage and further create a long-stemming goal of brand champions, people who speak about their brand without them really having to bring it up. Some of our strategies have helped businesses 10x their revenue in just 6 months. So enough about me. We'll start talking more about what our presentation is on today. So before really anything, why video marketing is an important resources for businesses. These are some of the big pillars. There's plenty of more, but these are the ones that we really like to talk about when we start talking about video. But the main really big point here is increased engagement. Video content tends to be more engaging and interactive with your audience, and it keeps their attention for a longer time. It gives you the opportunity to speak directly to them. You get the opportunity to have improved conversions as well. In a good study, according to a study, adding video to a landing page can increase conversions up to 80%. So that just jacks that number right up from the start. You're able to connect directly with your potential audience and speak directly through them with a good, engaging piece of video content. Video also helps your SEO, which will help with your Google search, and then just improve your rankings on different search engines. And as well as it's a good tool to use to increase your brand awareness. If you put a face towards your brand with video content, it gives your audience a better chance to engage with you and also on social media, and just helps with your visibility and recognition overall. So the first rule that I like to talk about before we get into creating short form content on your own would be highlighting 4 topics that I really think are great short form video content conversation starters. So in our goal 1, a good video that's short and easy to complete on your own would be showcasing your products. This could be a simple project video where you're showcasing your newest release. It's a good way to start conversation and also keep people enticed about what's coming out from your business. Meet the team. Again, this helps with brand visibility and people to meet more of your team and develop a connection through your social media and your website. Service overview. This is a great tool to use when you want to showcase to clients or customers or your potential customers what you're capable of building for them and how you can be an asset to them. And our differentiation factor is another great short form topic that really is able to set yourself apart from the competition. Especially if you're new to video, it's a great way to showcase to businesses that you're different from what everyone else has to offer. These are all really great topics for you to get started. And usually we like to start with these when we're talking about short form because it's easy for a business owner to come up with these concepts and ideas. Okay, so going forward, the next really big rule I have is storyboarding. So you want to have a clear image of your video before you even really jump into shooting or filming or editing or anything really. This gives you an idea of what you need to do, and it makes the process a lot simpler without having to bite off huge portions of work. So a good storyboard we like to follow when we're shooting short form content that you can use when you're making your own content would be an intro. So basically an on-camera introduction to the narrator. Then you want to jump into the main focus of the project. So again, you can use your conversation starters that you had from the last page into this main focus part. A video term that is used in the industry is called B-roll. This is adding scenes to the movie. So you're basically going to be adding story portions, such as if you're doing a product overview, you can do a panning video of the product to showcase the product so that when you're speaking about it, you're not directly on camera, and it keeps your viewer a little bit more enticed. In the end, you want to incorporate a call to action when you wrap up, how someone can reach out to you, how they can follow you on social media, basically developing your message deeper so that someone has an idea of, now that they understand what you're offering in the product or the service, now they can actually get in contact with you. Great. So cost-effective video marketing on a way to do it on your own is a great tool. But before you really jump headfirst into start making your own video as well, there are some tools that you can use to make more effective video if you choose to go by doing it on your own. One of those tools would be a phone gimbal. These are usually cost-effective in the sense of they help stabilize your phone so you get those clear images. And if you're making any movement videos, there's not a lot of shakiness with the camera and things like that. Audio and lighting tend to be the biggest problem when you're doing your own video. So a lav mic and a light kit tend to be two essential items we recommend for cost-effective video. These two will capture your audio much cleaner than just say using your iPhone or your cell phone to capture audio. And the light kit is a nice way to brighten the scene so that you can put more emphasis on your scene. Again, there's tons of brands that you can search, and most of the time with a little bit of research, these three items can add a lot of value to your video without really breaking the bank. Continue on here. So as we jump into the actual film day, so here are some things to keep in mind when you are filming during the day. You really want to be able to engage your audience. So some of the things we like to talk about in general would be, one, to dress to impress based on what you want for your audience. We recommend wearing something you're comfortable in, but it also resonates well with your brand. You want to showcase to them that you're the best image and spokesperson for your brand. So having yourself dress up nicely for a video shoot is a great way to showcase to your potential customers that you're professional and you can handle their business. You want to make sure that you're speaking loudly and clearly as you're presenting on camera. Obviously, being in front of camera can make people a little bit nervous. What we recommend is to, again, going into my next point, is really just focus on creating extra content pieces. So say you felt a little shaky on one of the takes, just take a second, reset yourself, and then from there learn, and then look to film again from there. It really helps you develop a better idea of the project overall, and it will help you in the post edit too. So if you have multiple clips that you can pick from, it just helps the whole process be a lot smoother and cleaner. You want to make sure that you have a lot of opportunity to pick from different things. And one of the things we also recommend too is that more takes that you do, you tend to see that yourself feeling more comfortable on camera, and you might even be speaking more about a little deeper about what your main topic is. So, feel free to take a step back, review, and then go ahead and then jump back into that video. So as we look to get through the final steps after you have your cost-effective video piece completed on your end, editing tools such as iMovie and CapCut more recently have been really resourceful tools. It can be a little intimidating with the Adobe suite, which is used by professional video makers. But these two tools, iMovie and CapCut, really help you create a useful piece of content where it's easy to understand the editing tools that can help you move the story, add transitions, fix the lighting a little bit, and the color in post. And this is just a great way for you to basically develop a deeper, more professional looking video. Again, if this is not something that you really feel too confident in, where editing might be something where you might struggle with, this is a good time to look at for other opportunities to bring on a professional, whether it's say you're reaching out to an agency for editing services, or great sources like Fiverr or different resources like that can help you find someone that can help edit your video. It's just important to keep in mind that you lay a clear guideline to these potential editors that you would bring on, what you're really looking for. But again, these two tools will help you guide your direction as far as your basic video editing. And then quickly, just wanted to talk about increasing your efforts. So, once you kind of have some experience with building video and you want to take it to the next level, bringing on a professional service, say like for example, some of the work that we've done, and I can even link some, but really bringing on a professional once you have seen some initial success with your video is a great way to show to your audience or your potential customer the growth in your processes. So, some of the big factors such as higher quality, a lot of the agencies slash videographers will use much more high resolution cameras and editing softwares and lighting and sound equipment that just makes your video a lot better of an experience. So it's a great way to really highlight your brand even more. That goes hand in hand with the complexity of your video. So if you're looking to create a more complex piece of content that has many layers and is a lot more story based, bringing on a professional is great. It's a great time to think about that as well. And then another area where people think about professionals is when specific celebrations. So if your company has a 10-year anniversary, or you're celebrating a big momentous time for your business, that's a good time to think about hiring a professional as well. In a way, this is still a cost-effective technique because you can pick and choose your battles as to when you want to bring on a professional, and just add more emphasis on the items that really matter to you and your brand. Again, that being said, within hiring someone as well, you can hire someone at a different range. So a lot of firms these days, especially even us, there's flexibility in what we can offer at different price points. So you can really find something where you need, if it be just consulting, if it just be editing, you can help really pick a clear direction for your video. Then going forward, I've included some information here about me. If you do choose to learn more about our video services and things like that. But today's presentation primarily focuses on being cost effective with your video, and the most cost effective direction really is learning to shoot on your own. This presentation gives you a good insight as far as how to use your phone, how to create video on your own, and really bring your message to social media. Once you kind of broken through that barrier of creating some of your own content pieces, I would highly recommend thinking about hiring a professional videographer or a content strategy team to help increase that brand awareness even more and bring it to the next level. Video marketing is going to be here for the future to come. It's not something that's going away. And the versatility of video marketing just adds a lot of value for businesses and brands today that may not have been seen before. So again, if there's any questions or thoughts about how you feel about video marketing, or if there's anything that I haven't really covered today during our presentation, just feel free to let me know. I know we have some time now for questions and things like that, but I think it'll be a good time to see how we can open it up a little bit if anyone does have questions about what we're capable or what you might be running into.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I really like the first part where it was like on on a really small budget, how you can get started, how you can dip your toe in with
Yeah.
just the, what was it called, a gamble that held the phone steady.
Yep.
And I did see, what do you think about these light rings that
Yeah.
they're pretty widely available?
Yeah, no, I definitely would recommend. I mean, now, as you can see, the market itself is speaking more to video and they want that in-house creator ability. So some of those things like the gimbal are a lot more cost effective. The light ring, these just add a lot more value to your video that you can incorporate yourself. And it also shows to your potential customer that you're willing to invest into your own content and social media and also your website. So I would say it's a good mix of finding what's comfortable for you in your range and what makes sense for the type of video that you're shooting. Having proper lighting where, say, if you're on camera, makes a big difference, especially, you want to incorporate that good light and clean shots. A gimbal is very useful for when you're doing a lot of B-roll, like I mentioned. So say you're taking panning shots of projects that you've completed or, just different items like that, just help add a lot of value for that.
Mhm. Okay, great, thank you. And then I was like,
Mhm.
you were talking about the retakes and having a lot of content to choose from. And that's when I'm thinking, oh yeah, you have to edit this now too. So the
Yeah.
iMovie, is that something that is a iPhone? Does it come with the iPhone or is it something that you have to subscribe to? Do you know?
Yeah. So yeah, the way iMovie actually works is it comes pre-built in if you have any Apple product, whether
Mhm.
it be the iPhone, iMac. You also have the ability to purchase it, and it's a lot more cost effective than say going towards the Adobe Suite, which tends to be more a creator platform that's really built for, I would say, like a hardcore editor or videographer. They have more range in that. Whereas iMovie, you can find a much more cost-effective subscription, and the processes are just a lot more easier for you to go in there and edit video rather
Mhm.
than say having to learn a whole new platform or software, which again, that could be taking up a lot of your time, which in reality, when we're looking to create these cost-effective video pieces, the whole goal of that is to be efficient in our content and create high quality without, say, spending weeks at times.
Yeah. So if we want to be a professional, we should hire a professional. And I think some of these, there's a difference between what we're putting like an Instagram or TikTok and what we're putting on our website. I think our
I could,
website is more of an extension of our brand, and the quality would be something you might want to consider investing in there. Would you agree?
yes, Yes, I completely agree, and I can speak a little more in detail about that too. These cost-effective video pieces that we spoke about today, as Nancy mentioned, would be great for, say, social media, where they're, the quick hitters. It's 15 to 20 seconds, and you're just kind of looking to engage your customer. Once you start stepping out towards your website, or you're looking for more promotional material, or you might say even share on local television, that's when I would say hiring a professional adds that attended value where you're looking to really engage at a wider audience. There's all types of video marketing, again, cost effectively. The most, again, like I mentioned, would be to film on your own for social media. But once you look to extend and say, I want to get a website video created, or what we like to call a video business card, which is like a 2-minute video, that highlights your business overall, that's really where you would say like you would want to bring on a professional to film and edit and walk you through the whole process of that.
Okay, right. I don't see any other questions here. I think you covered a lot of information, and I'm going to share the recording. Would you share the presentation with me as well? And I can send that out, I think, for those that weren't quick enough
Definitely.
to take notes.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then this presentation will be available through Nancy. And then if there's any questions at all, it has my contact information as well. If you just would like to speak to me or our team more about video, I just want to say thank you again to everyone that came on today. Again, video marketing is such a useful tool for businesses, especially in today's market. It can really change the landscape of your potential customer base and who you're interacting with. And just a small few pieces of content where you take a little bit of time to create them, even in your own time, in a cost-effective way, can make massive changes for your business.
Great. Thank you so much, Avyay, for coming on today and sharing your expertise with us. As I mentioned, I'll follow up with an email to everyone that registered for this. You'll get the recording of the webinar as well as the presentation itself. And I just want to put a plug in for next week's presentation. That's on April 20th at noon, and it's basics of establishing and building business credit. So Sonia from Berkshire Bank will be on hand to tell us about why building strong business credit can be easier and make it less expensive for you to get certain kind of financing or terms from your suppliers. So that will be a good one. And again, bring your lunch and it's your opportunity to lunch and learn. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.
Thanks.
Do you have the goodbye button, Avyay?